Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Dennis Degunloye. The Senate Committee on Army has condemned the cowardly attack on the troops of Operation Udoka at the Obikabia Junction checkpoint in Abia State on the 30th of May during the Biafra Remembrance Day. Chairman of the Committee on Army, Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua, in a statement says the assault orchestrated by the IPOB ESN terrorists resulted in the tragic loss of 5 personnel of the armed forces and is an affront to the peace and security of the nation. While commiserating with the families and colleagues of the fallen soldiers whose sacrifice in the line of duty will not be forgotten, he adds that each soldier lost represents a significant loss to the nation's defense and stability. The committee calls for comprehensive investigation into the despicable attack to ensure that justice is served and expresses support for the restoration of peace in the region. Meanwhile, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has also condemned the attack on the military checkpoint at Obikabia Junction in Ogbo Hill area of Abia State on Thursday by yet-to-be-identified assailants, which reportedly left several soldiers dead. In a statement, the Deputy Speaker says the killing of military personnel who were on lawful duty was unwarranted, outrageous and condemnable. Kalu, who represents Bende Federal Constituency of Abia State, reiterates that the sit-at-home order in the southeast contradicts the Ndigbo spirit, noting that Aba people are better known for their enterprising spirits. While suing for peace, Kalu commiserated with the families of the victims, assuring the military hierarchy of legislative interventions to help unravel the masterminds of the attack. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, has re-emphasized his determination to transform the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped and motivated workforce. This was during the inauguration of a series of projects at the Army Resource Center, Abuja. The projects include the F. Yahaya Block, T. Lagbaja Block and new RSM House. The Chief of Army Staff says the Army has embarked on many other projects across the country designed to provide essential welfare support to soldiers, their families and host communities.
What you see here is replicated across our divisional headquarters in the brigades, and we are moving to the battalion level in the next phase of construction. The overall design is that when the soldiers are given the best of welfare, they will be motivated to give their best back to the nation in combating the various security challenges and bringing about the much needed stability and peace.
And so we need to motivate them. And in motivating the RSM, we are motivating the other soldiers. If this can be done for somebody, it is possible to be done for me. And that's the reason why this is very, very essential. It's possible for him to have built this and that's them. But to encourage soldiers, that's why we call the soldiers from the center to be here.
The Director General, Nigerian Army Resource Center, also addressed participants of Strategic Management and Policy Studies Course 2023 and Leadership and Strategic Studies Course 2023 at a leadership lecture series held at the center. He urged them to see leadership from a wide perspective and be ready for the mantle of leadership. In other news, the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Nkeruka Onyediocha, says the declaration of a nationwide strike in the middle of negotiations is not in the best interest of the country and its people, as it stands to only exacerbate the suffering of millions surviving on daily incomes. She says government has consistently demonstrated commitment and goodwill throughout negotiating the new national minimum wage, which with careful proposals taken into account the country's economic realities and incorporative innovative solutions. To the minister, a new minimum wage must not lead to widespread job losses, particularly in the organized private sector, which employs the bulk of the nation's workforce, hence the need to find a balance between the needs of workers and the economic realities of the country. She outlines government proposals to include a comprehensive package featuring a wage increase to 60,000 naira for federal workers, the introduction of CNG-fueled buses, and enhanced financial access for micro, small and medium enterprises. In addition, the government has pledged investments in strategic sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, education, healthcare, and many others that are already in the pipeline. She urges the workers' unions to reconsider their decision and continue engaging in constructive dialogue to find a solution that is a benefit to all. The renewed hope mantra of President Bola Tinubu's administration has continued to attract reactions, especially with the takeoff of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road project after its adjustments, as Nigerians applaud the landmark project designed to connect 9 coastal states to fast-track socio-economic development of the benefiting states and the country. They are, however, appealing to the president to closely monitor the iconic superhighway project to ensure timely completion before the end of his tenure. Ibinimi Zitimiola reports.
Road infrastructure is critical to enhancing the socio-economic lives of our people, as well as opening new grounds for socio-economic development of the society. So, the move to construct about 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway by President Tinubu's administration is receiving commendations. Beyond the criticism of alleged lack of transparency in the award, funding and contract sum of the majestic project, as well as comprehensive environmental impact assessment, concerned Nigerians in Bayelsa State are happy with the project.
The east-west road too, there are so many issues, but now this coastal road that is coming, for me, I think it's a good one. It is going to also boost the transportation system in the federation.
It couldn't have come at a better time than this. It's a very, very good project because, for one thing, I know it's going to boost the economy of all the states that it's going to connect.
A project of such magnitude should have been able to cater for settlement of claims, land surface right, to douse maybe potential agitations from communities.
Concerns are, however, raised over the timely completion of the project, as the federal government has heeded to advocacy to commence the construction work simultaneously from different fronts.
I will employ the Minister for Works to ensure that the company that's in charge of that road, they should deploy more of their workers. Some should start from the Bayelsa part, some should start from the Calabar angle, some should start from the Lagos side, so that it will be easier.
It is the hope of the people that the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project will come to fruition for the benefit of the people and douse the concerns of Nigerians. Ebinimi Zitemiola, NTA News.
And the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration's record of achievements after 1 year in office has been or have been described as a pathway to prosperity, and therefore the need for more youth participation to drive governance through innovative ideas that would serve as catalysts for rapid development. Minister of State Youth Development Ayodele Olawande Wisdom stated this when he received members of the APC National Integrity Movement, led by its national leader, Dr. Abubakar Sadiq Fakai, in his office, where they interacted on value reorientation, self-service delivery, and the commitment to nation building.
We want to change the way it has been done. We want to renew the hope of the people. And we want to say that in this 774 local government, it doesn't take us from projecting and partnering with a lot of ministries, agencies and parastatals to have one product, one local government. We are talking about cottage and agro-land industry. And you will see a large numbers of people that are going to get employed. And you will also see a large numbers of people that are going to be there that is going to affect the economy positively.
And the expectation we know is high. And we know the ministries are doing it best. Minister has said it all, and he has given a lot of example of what they are doing and what they have at the pipeline. So what I'm asking for Nigerians to be more patient with this administration. I believe things are going to change for good.
Policies have been made. Restructuring is going on. We're on the right course. We're not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be.
For me, this is confidence building. This administration, for paying attention despite all challenges to the national anthem, it means the administration is committed to nation building.
Discussions also focused on the promotion of skills acquisition, which the minister stressed remains a top priority of the federal government, urging youths to close ranks and evolve critical thinking that would trigger breakthroughs needed to turn the country's fortunes around. Wife of the Inspector General of Police, Elizabeth Ekbetokun, says it is the responsibility of parents to create an environment where children could thrive, learn and chase their dreams without fear or limitation. This was at a forum with police children at the Poa International Schools, Abuja. Francis Fom reports.
I know we'll get better class.
These are pupils of Police Children's School Day, fitted in the boots of their parents, doing what they know how to do best.
So the thing they sweet me like say my come down go do up. If I enter now, go fuck up. Hi. See ya.
And wife of the Inspector General of Police, Elizabeth Ekbetokun, is impressed. She says parents in the barracks must ensure that every child has access to quality education, health care, and most importantly, love and support.
To all the children present here today, I want you to know that you are the heartbeat of our nation, the hope of tomorrow, and the reason we strive to build a better world. Your laughter, curiosity, and boundless energy reminds us of the beauty and purity that exists in the world. As we celebrate Children's Day, let us recommit ourselves to championing the rights of every child, to providing them with the tools and opportunities they need to fulfill their potential.
She also encouraged the children to take their studies seriously. Francis from NTA News.
You're watching the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. More reports after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Ministry of Transportation has been undergoing a series of transformations since the coming of President Bola Tinubu in office. These achievements being recorded so far are not mere rhetoric, but physical evidence for all to see in the sector. Vivian Izadife in this report brings us achievements of the present administration in the transportation sector.
The transportation sector, no doubt, plays a crucial role in the socio-economic and political development of any society. It is for these reasons that a lot is being done by the present administration to rejig, modernize and bring the transportation sector up to speed and standard in line with modern-day practices. In the railway subsector, e-ticketing was introduced to the various train stations across the country, as well as revitalization of the Warri-Itape, Port Harcourt to Aba, Kaduna to Kano rail line, among others, with more projects in the pipeline.
By this, it will bring the cost of business to be low. We reduce the menace of road traffic accident. We save our highways, and the multiplier effect is on the GDP growth of the country.
The introduction of light rail is another great achievement of the present administration in the sector.
We have achieved a lot in the development of ITS facilities, and also towards digitalization of the Nigerian transport systems through the development and deployment of the National Transport Data Bank.
Another laudable achievement is the presidential initiative on compressed natural gas (CNG) with several plant outlets in place for conversion of cars to CNG. Stakeholders in the sector, however, want the presidential initiative to be taken to the grassroots.
And CNG is readily available, as we've all said, and being able to grow the infrastructure around it, being able to have trained technicians that understand what is needed, being able to deliver safe vehicles, especially in the transportation sector, and being able to convert vehicles successfully.
The pollution of the environment, but also create jobs for groups, individuals, and companies. And also it will give opportunity for researchers in this area to delve into and also to expand.
The completion of the Phase 1 Federal University of Transportation in Daura, Katsina State, a specialized institution, is another milestone achievement of the present administration.
The university was not in 2023 appropriation, but this government graciously included the university in the 2024, making provision for capital projects, for overhead that may be required, as well as the personnel. So we can say that yes, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu really made a significant contribution in the transformation of the transport sector in Nigeria.
With all of these great feats in the sector, many still clamor for more in the sector because of its strategic importance.
At least the transport sector will support to have a bank of transport, like a bank of industry, like corporate. So we have to have similar bank so that we can be able to have where we can borrow to buy the vehicles.
Transportation, therefore, remains one of the sectors receiving great attention owing to its importance to the growth of the economy. In Abuja, Vivian Ezadifi, NTA News.
And activities marking the 60th anniversary of the Nigerian Institute for Public Relations have commenced with a step towards ensuring soil preservation through the tree planting exercise. Muazu Hassan reports that the exercise is part of the Institute's contribution to mitigating the impact of climate change in the country.
These are members of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations in Bauchi, co-members and students on a diamond anniversary walk which started from the Bauchi Emir's Palace through Yakubun Bauchi Road. With a slogan, "Prosperity starts with going green," the anniversary walk terminated at the Bauchi State Government House after a tree plantation exercise from CBN runabout to Bauchi State Government House.
Within the road walk, we have monitored and we have picked, our members has picked 60 pieces of disposed material, which include sachets of pure water, among other things that we have packed in the road as form of sanitation.
For the support it has been rendering to the NIPR in Bauchi State, and with that I want to say I feel a passionate appeal that this should not be relented from the state government.
The secretary to the Bauchi State Government applauded the foresight of the institution for the initiation, saying that it will no doubt help towards safeguarding the environment.
I say it's a very commendable exercise, and it's something that everybody should press down and key into it, because it's everybody knows the ravages of climate changes to our environment, and whatever anybody does to try and preserve our environment is commendable. And
as part of the Institute's corporate social responsibility, the tree plantation is expected to mitigate the effects of the climate change. In Bauchi, Muaz Hassan, NTA News.
Well, today, June 1st, marks a special occasion celebrated globally as World Parents' Day, with the theme honoring parents, building families and strengthening communities. The occasion highlights the vital role parents play in shaping the lives of children and building society. Ifoma Aihoje in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, tells us more.
Parents play vital roles, providing the foundation for their children's development, growth and well-being by nurturing and care, transferring values and morals, education, guardians, role modeling, and more. By fulfilling these roles, the parents say they are the bedrock of the society, laying the foundation for a bright, compassionate, and responsible future generation.
So the first thing for a parent to a child is to take care of the child, train the child in the way of the Lord. That is the most important thing.
Make sure that we enroll them in school and also teach them what they need to do and what they need not to do.
Parenting is a sacrificial responsibility, they say.
Parents want to see that their children are doing well and are even starved because of them.
Considering the rate of young people's involvement in social vices today, would you say there is a gap in parenting?
To me, as a mother, I don't over-pamper my children. I will handle you at the same time I will love you. I will go on my knees if you're doing wrong. If I will go the physical way to handle you, at the same time the spiritual way, I'll go on my knees to pray.
My parents taught me to be a good person, so I also want to teach my children to be a good person.
Well, with disciplined and loving parents, the atmosphere is usually filled with laughter and love. So let's have the children share their thoughts on the role of parents.
Mommy and Daddy are special to me because they take me out, they pay my school fees for me. They feed me well. I want them to continue taking care of me.
Happy Parents' Day! Thank you for all you've done for us. We love you.
Of course, parents deserve all the love and all the honor that there is for all their selfless sacrifices. Thank you for all you do. In Yenagoa, Ifoma Aihoje, NTA News.
Intending Muslim pilgrims from Gombe State have been sent forth to perform the 2024 Hajj exercise. Emmanuel Akila reports that the 1,370 would-be participants have been tasked to pray for the good of Gombe State and Nigeria in general while in the Holy Land.
The intending pilgrims undergo orientation to expose them to the rudiments of performing the Hajj exercise. Now the time has come for the spiritual journey. Governor Muhammad Ino Yahaya charges them to be patriotic while performing the exercise. A Muslim is a person who abides by the law and order as laid down by the Almighty. Even our everyday life in the society is governed by laws and regulations. Gombe State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has done the necessary preparation, but the state government has to intervene for it to overcome some of the challenges in this year's operation.
Within all possible means, we have done all we can to make sure that we go with them safely and return with them safely.
The Hajj fare was suddenly increased to a very, very unacceptable cost. And the governor felt very, very much touched, and he decided now to intervene.
The participants are happy with the support from the state government, assuring of abiding by all rules in Nigeria and in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia regarding the exercise. Gombe State intending pilgrims are expected to be airlifted from the Gombe International Airport Lawanti from Saturday, 1st June 2024 in Gombe. Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
You've been watching the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Here's a look at our top stories. Senate Committee on Army condemns attack on troops in Abia State. Chief of Army Staff re-emphasizes determination to transform Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped and motivated workforce. And Labour Minister describes imminent strike as not in the best interests of Nigerians.
This is NTA News 24.
Well, that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Dennis Adegunloye.
News.